A father was working in his office one day when his son came running in, visibly upset. The boy claimed that a man was moving things in the other room. The father followed him into the living room and found objects scattered across the floor. To understand what happened, he checked the security camera footage and was horrified by what he saw. The video showed a small toy and a dog bed sliding across the living room floor on their own. The frustrated boy tried to pick up the dog bed and throw it back down, but it slid aggressively toward him, knocking him over. Luckily, he landed on the soft bed. The father was left wondering if a dark presence might be haunting their home.
Honey, get him off of me! Get him off of me! Get him off of me! Oh!
Candace Gardner and her husband went to a Halloween party at a haunted prison, not knowing the terror that awaited them. That night, she felt a strange presence watching her every move. After the party, her home became a nightmare. Lights flickered, and doors creaked open on their own. The fear grew worse when an unseen force started throwing things at her and attacked her in her sleep. One frightening night, a CCTV camera caught the moment when her leg was violently twisted into the air by something invisible. Her husband tried to help, but the force was strong, leaving Candace crying in fear. Now she is scared that a dark spirit followed her home from the cursed prison and wants to torment her.
Escucha.
Axel Loa often explores caves and tunnels in the woods of Colos, Mexico. After discovering what he believed to be signs of witchcraft in one cave, Axel became convinced that a dark entity had attached itself to him and now follows him everywhere. One day, while in a public restroom, Axel began hearing strange sounds.
Escucha.
He took out his phone and started recording. Suddenly, a loud slamming sound came from one of the bathroom stalls, even though Axel knew he was alone. A face briefly appeared through a small crack in the stall door, but when Axel looked over, no one was there. Unaware of the eerie face he had captured, Axel only realized what he recorded after posting the video online and receiving comments pointing out the disturbing figure. An antique collector recently started experiencing some strange occurrences at the storage unit where he keeps his collection. The staff at the facility began reporting unusual, loud noises coming from his unit at all hours, which left the collector puzzled. Curious and concerned, he decided to install a security camera inside the unit to uncover the source of the disturbances. When he reviewed the footage the next day, he was shocked to see that an old monkey doll he had recently acquired mysteriously sat up and moved around on its own before returning to a motionless state. Disturbed by what he saw, the collector now believes that the doll might be cursed or possibly linked to a paranormal entity. This eerie footage raises the question, is it genuine? Or could it be an elaborate hoax? A man and his friend were hanging out at home when they heard loud bangs and crashing sounds from multiple rooms. They investigated cautiously, finding one room in disarray but no one present. Similar disturbances had happened before, which might explain their lack of shock. Usually the activity stopped when they started recording, but a camera they set up in the bedroom captured a plate mysteriously throwing itself off the bedside table. Earlier footage showed the plate sliding upward at a strange angle before falling. The cause of these disturbances remains unknown, and the men hope to uncover more details soon. One night, Sarah's daughter, Regina, was startled awake by the sound of a cat coming from a closet, even though the family had no pets. As she investigated, she captured footage of a creepy, pale face watching her through a gap before it vanished. This terrifying incident was only the start. In the following nights, they noticed something lurking in the shadows of their home, evading detection. The eerie sounds persisted, and one night they heard the cat noises again. When they investigated, they saw something mimicking the cat in the dark. Fearing for their safety, they called the police, who found nothing unusual, but the disturbances stopped afterward. Sarah and Regina now believe they were haunted by a witch, though the mystery remains unsolved.
Esto es joda. ¡Ay, la puta madre que lo parió! Esto es joda.
A woman who recently moved houses noticed that every time she left and returned home, the light in her daughter's bedroom was mysteriously turned on, despite being sure she left it off. One day, she discovered the closet door open and some creepy items inside, including an eerie clown doll. Believing something paranormal was at play, possibly related to her late grandfather, who once lived there. She started leaving the light on to avoid being startled. However, the light turned off by itself when she was out, and her daughter's toy cat began moving and making noises on its own. Viewers speculated various causes, but the woman remains disturbed by the unexplained occurrences, though she is now content living with her daughter.